Hey, happy day. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajama Grandma. Let's talk about the expression, as the crow flies. What does that mean when it comes to supersizing your business? Well, as the crow flies, anybody that's observed birds notices and will notice that birds fly in a direct route. They go from point A to point B, from tree to tree, from tree to lake. Now, if you observe waterfowl, they spin around and they circle around to land, but that's not the same. They still take a direct route from the field that they're feeding in to the body of water that they want to land in. Birds tend to fly the most direct route, the quickest, fastest route. That's the advantage of being able to fly. You can go from point A to point B. You don't have to go over all the hills and valleys and through the mountains and over the obstacles and stop at stop signs and go wherever the road happens to go. You can go in a more direct route. Well, what does this have to do with our businesses? Kind of a lot in a couple of areas. Number one, it reminds us to look for the most direct route, to keep things simple. When we're trying to do any task within our business or overall goal and objective, what is the most direct route? You know, the simplest, most basic, foundational. We have to do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. You can boil almost any process, almost any system, almost any complicated business and industry down to the 5 or 7, probably 5 if you're really smart, key steps or things that you need to do and things that you need to achieve to accomplish success in any business, any industry. Now, we human beings, we like to overcomplicate absolutely everything. And I'm actually the queen of complication. I complicate the living daylights out of everything. It's just kind of inherent in my being, and I continually improve and try to get better at it, but I still overcomplicate things. I take simple things and I make them way more difficult on myself than they ever have to be. And if I'm making things more difficult for myself, guess what? I'm making things more difficult for the people that I interact with, my employees, my customers, everybody. So first thing I want to remember as I'm thinking about as the crow flies is, how can I simplify this? How can I make this experience better, easier, simpler, more fun, a better experience overall for the people I'm interacting with? Number one, for myself, because if I keep things simple, it's less stressful for me. Number two, for my employees, because if I keep things simple, it's less stressful for my employees. If it's less stressful for my employees, then they can serve my customers better, they can do a better job, they can enjoy their job more, and all around it's a benefit for everybody. And if I keep things simple for my customer, remember, a confused mind always says no. When you're confused or you don't understand something, do you do it, or do you might dig into it a little more, but if you're still confused, guess what? Your brain says, warning, Will Robinson, warning. This does not make sense to me. I'm confused. The answer is no. I'm not even going to look further into it, because there's got to be something simpler that my mind can wrap itself around, and it's just an easier solution for me. So keep things simple for your customers as well. The other thing that comes to mind when I think of as the crow flies is when we're going for our goals and objectives, when we're creating what it is that we're here to create because we want our business to matter in the world, are we taking a simple direct route toward that, or are we getting diverted by shiny objects? Are we getting taken down different paths that aren't really leading us toward the ultimate goal and destination that we want to achieve? Keeping in mind that that goal is the top of the mountain that we're going after, and there's going to be bumps in the road, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be things that help us grow along the way so that we can enjoy the businesses that we create, the people that we're working with, the things that we're doing, and the path to those things that we're achieving and doing. And as the crow flies reminds us also to not compare ourselves to others, because what we see of other people's journey and what of other people's businesses and what other people are doing is never the whole picture. It's only ever what they want us to see. Sometimes it's what they don't want us to see, but for the most part, we only see and experience the few highlights and endpoints of other people's journeys and other people's lives. So it's futile and ridiculous to compare ourselves to others and expect because Joe goes from point A to point B in 12 months that we should be able to do the exact same thing. It's ridiculous, Yet, it's human nature for us to compare ourselves to others. So when you catch yourself doing that, I still catch myself doing that as I'm studying other people online and what they're doing. I will notice something and I'll think, and then I have to actually consciously remind myself, hey, stop comparing yourself and your journey to them. Your journey started in a very different place. Your journey has experienced different bumps in the road and different obstacles. Each of our journey, each of our way of learning and discovering and figuring things out is unique to us. And it's all designed for our benefit. Some days it doesn't feel like that, but it really, really is. It's for who we can become and how we are supposed to show up in the world. Like I said, it doesn't always feel that way. Sometimes it just feels like the cards are stacked against us, but the universe is always in our favor, even those times when bad things happen, bad in our estimation. I don't know about you, but I've found that as I look back on my life, all of the things that devastated me at the time that they happened, all of the events that I thought were going to be, more than I could handle, ended up being the things that catapulted me in my career, my relationships, my life, and in the areas that really mattered. And it turns out that was exactly what I needed to change direction, or to give myself permission to go after and be who it is that I'm actually here to be, not who I thought I should be based on other people's expectations. So know that the main event, the main goal, the main thing we're going after is just the thing, and that's going to change all the time, because as we get close to that thing, we're going to change our goal. We're going to change what it is that we want and go after. But the experiences that we have along the way are what really, really matter. So go out, have an amazingly experienced day. If you can, simplify things, keep things simple. Try to go as the crow flies, but then don't beat yourself up when you hit those bumps in the road and you have to go around or over or under an obstacle. Take care. I'll be with you tomorrow. Have an absolutely amazing day.